For a serial entrepreneur such as yourself, time is money, and time is your most valued property. So given your super busy schedule, just how can you go about finding more time to start up your next business? Listen to this episode of the Startup Stream's Serial Entrepreneur Podcast to find out how.
The Serial Entrepreneur Podcast, hosted by Startup Stream CEO Eddie Eastman.
According to the Center for Teaching and Learning at Princeton University, good time management can help reduce stress levels, increase productivity, and create more room for other opportunities. Therefore, by developing healthy time management behaviors, it can set you up to succeed in juggling all your responsibilities.
As the saying goes, you can do anything, but you shouldn't do everything. It is important to manage your time as best as possible as a serial entrepreneur. You know this and we know this, and that's why our podcasts are small 5 to 7 minute long bite-sized chunks of information, ready for you to action, not some lengthy 2-hour long interview you need to sift through to find the golden nuggets. You can use the following tips and tricks, many of which I personally use, to make sure you control your time and not allow your time to take control of you. So let's begin with something simple. Set daily goals, write them down, and make them known. So rumour has it that Elon Musk, the face of serial entrepreneurship, schedules his days into 5-minute slots. Well, that's how you do it. Doing this means you'll stay laser-like focused throughout the day and not get sidetracked. You need to know what to do each day in advance. I personally write my weekly to-do list on a Sunday after double-checking my Google Calendar to make sure I know what to prioritise throughout the week. Writing them down means that you won't forget anything, and making them known keeps you accountable. Do you remember the golden days of Instagram, whereby everyone seemed to be posting images of meals 3 times a day? Although this did get boring and tedious for most of us, I remember hearing from friends that this kept their diet in check. If they were posting what they were eating, they were less inclined to post pictures of junk food, which kept them eating well. You can use this same social pressure to your advantage by letting those in your close circles know what you wish to accomplish this week. It keeps you accountable and in turn more likely to keep you more productive. Next, you need to keep clean and tidy. This means keeping organised where you work. Keep your workspace bright and fresh with extra lamps if need be, and keep your desk space clear. No junk left on your desk. A friend of mine who is a manager who works from home has to make sure that he removes his guitar from his workspace if it's there, as he knows that it will be winking at him the entire time he's at his desk. Make sure that you remove any obstacles which may affect your workflow. Next, automate as much as possible. Technology is your friend, and being able to automate your tasks has never been easier. As a Shopify store owner myself, I have installed a webhook app to allow messages to be fired off to the right people on my team, so the right people get notified when a certain action is made on our website. This has saved us a bunch of time, as we no longer need to manually check customer information, as what we need is fired over to our email as soon as it is available, all automatically. So can you implement something similar for your business?
You are listening to the Startup Stream Serial Entrepreneur Podcast with Startup Stream CEO Eddie Eastman.
Next tip, you may consider hiring a VA or finding a business partner. A VA or virtual assistant can be found easily on platforms like Upwork. A VA can help you with low-skill, time-consuming tasks. I often use a VA I found on Fiverr to help me with market research, scraping emails, and to find social media account data. Yes, that does cost money, but weighing that against time saved allows me to work on far more important aspects of my business, which makes it so worth it. If you can't hire a VA, why not try to find a business partner? I mentioned in our last podcast how to create your co-founding team, how to decide on the type of people you should partner with. The benefit is that you're not paying anyone up front to work on your business, and it offsets some of the burden. The downside, of course, is that you will be giving up equity instead, so you need to weigh up the pros and cons accordingly. Make use of your commute. Did you know that according to the TUC, the average Londoner spends over 79 minutes a day to and from work? 79 minutes. That's an insane amount of time. But how many of London's commuters properly make use of this time, I wonder? This 10 plus hours per week of travel time can equal to time for learning skills, managing their business, or indeed listening to this Serial Entrepreneur podcast to learn about how to start up and manage multiple businesses. So do you currently commute to your job? Can you truly say that you're making the most of your time? Next, please consider trying the Pomodoro technique. First, prioritize your daily tasks, then accomplish them one by one using a 25-minute work, 5-minute rest split. This allows you to stay totally focused in those 25 minutes and less time to get distracted. The 80-20 rule. This is one of my personal favorites. Also known as the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule acknowledges that 80% of your results will come from 20% of your effort. And to accomplish the last 20% of results, to make whatever you're working on perfect, so to speak, you would need to expend the remaining 80% of effort to get there, a true opposite of efficiency. Make sure you are prioritizing efficiency over perfection to accomplish more. Next, lock your phone away. Yes, you know you need to. You know that you are far more productive if you don't have your phone in front of you whilst you're working. Just switch it off to airplane mode, or even better, switch it off entirely. And don't even bring it in the same room as you. Remember, your phone exists to help your productivity, so don't be a slave to it. Notifications are the devil.
Time is the most valuable currency in the world. It can neither be created nor destroyed. It can neither be hoarded nor purchased back. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. I believe that with our time that we can maximize it and get a lot more for that. And the things that we should be acquiring are assets and currencies with our time beyond the financial gain. And what are those? We're acquiring knowledge, skills, reputation, goodwill, relationships, and other things.
You are listening to the Startup Stream Serial Entrepreneur Podcast with Startup Stream CEO Eddie Eastman.
Now, you need to learn to say no. Saying no to potential business may seem counterproductive. You do start a business to make money after all, so why not say yes to any piece of work which comes your way? The answer is efficiency, which in turn leads to time saved. You also need to keep the big picture in mind at all times. I know this firsthand with startup streams. When we began selling on Fiverr, every day I'll get a dozen or so messages from people wanting us to make them a bespoke store. I said yes once, only ever once, and haven't taken on board any bespoke projects since. At Startup Streams, we sell pre-made businesses for sale, and our customers love how they can start up as many businesses as they want with our lifetime membership. This is our USP, our unique selling proposition, and this sets us apart from all other web design and business makers out there. Anything else is just noise, distractions to take you away from your business goals. Bespoke projects for us took staff away from their key roles, had to send literally 10 times more messages per client, and meant we could not focus on what we really wanted to do, make awesome starter stores. We have since become laser focused to offering the very best starter stores available in the market, turning Startup Streams into what it is today, just by saying no. Lastly, let's explore what not to do to save time. I strongly believe in a healthy work-life balance. In fact, that's the first thing I tell all new employees here at Startup Streams. I even state in my job application descriptions that I do not want people who are lazy, nor who are workaholics. Life is for living. Knowing this, please make sure your sleep routine is consistent. Make sure you are staying healthy and not being burnt out by missing that gym session. Your body is in fact designed to move and not be fixed to a desk, so it's best to treat it that way to be more productive. And whatever you do not skip family time. Make sure that your family is the number one priority, as this is most likely why you're looking to save time to start up your next business in the first place. So, if you're still struggling to find time to start a business, make sure you head to startupstreams.com right now to discover our dozens of pre-made businesses for sale. We will make your business for you within 24 hours of purchase, meaning you can be in business by this time tomorrow. And make sure that you check out our lifetime membership to see how you can start up as many businesses as you want for life. Equally, search for our 4-part podcast mini-series called How to Launch and Manage a New Business in only 15 minutes a day for more awesome time-saving tips.
Thanks for listening. Listen to more episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, YouTube, and at startupstreams.com right now.